25th of March, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, Bezrat Hashem. We are ready to go. We're up to Amar Rava Mistabra Milsa Derav Stam. Oh, so this is what we we read the words, but we need explanation. Okay. So I think we got to go back to what it was that Rav himself said. Just the first, just the statement right before this what Rava said. We got to go back to, in other words, Amar Rav Huna Amar Rav.
Amar Rav Huna Amar Rav. Rav Huna said in the name of Rav. Sadeh she'eni lokeach, the field that I am about to purchase, lich she'ekachana keniuya lecha ma'av shav, is conveyed to you when I acquire it retroactively to now. So we were troubling over the word conveyed, whether that means sold or given.
Yeah.
Lich she'ekachana kanuya. Is kanuya the word that's translated as conveyed?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does kanuya mean? Kanuya means to acquire, right?
You're right. It should be acquired to you from today.
Right. So that well, there's in the English there's two words that could qualify. One is conveyed to you, and the other is when I acquire it. So I'm not sure which word they're translating is the translation of kanuya.
Yeah,
acquired.
Well, the word that's going on Jew number 2 is lekashe ekchena. When I actually acquire it.
Okay, so
through means of a sale or whatever. I don't know, by means of sale. I don't know. It doesn't say. But kanuya means, it should be to make a kanuya is from the word to make an acquisition. Also, I mean, but fine. So they're saying that it's not necessarily that he sold it to him. It should be that he's that it's a gift. Convey sounds like a gift.
Right. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to.
It doesn't really matter. That point, really, as I said yesterday, it doesn't really matter. That's not really the issue. That's not really a big point over here.
Right. So in other words, what he's saying is, I'm going to buy this thing, and immediately I'm going to give it to you. So you're going to acquire it at the same instant as we are having our discussion now. I'm going to buy it tomorrow, but you're going to own it as of now.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really say when it is that he's going to acquire it, but
right.
Whenever it is that he does do so, so it'll be the Jew number 3 will it'll be konoi to Jew number 3, me'akshav. Okay. This word me'akshav also, by the way, is a little bit troublesome. I mean, how could it, if they're talking on, how can it be Me'akshav? He doesn't own it now. I
Yeah,
mean, the best it's owned by a different Jew right now, and he's going to continue to own it until this Jew number two buys it off him.
right.
So it can't really work me'achshav. The word itself is troublesome, and I think in my Gemora they bring that some of the commentators are not happy with that word altogether. They leave it out.
Right. That's I have the same question.
Yeah, Rashi actually the Rashi in the top four lines, the wide lines of Rashi, he actually does have the text of Me'akshav also. But it seems to me that the emphasis of Rashi is from that time I won't be able to back out.
Right. That's what the footnote says.
Maybe that's what the Me'akshav is talking about.
Right.
I can't back out of what it is that I promised you today. Whatever. Okay. lo uchal lachzor bo. What's the dollar? B. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's see if we have okay, so then and then Rab says Kona. In other words, the statement is the one that says the following thing, Kana. The din is that it's Kana. So we have a Rashi over here on this word Kana.
Okay, let's
So you
see.
want to read this word?
Yeah, where is it?
Rashi?
I see it, Kana. Im yikchana ve'ein yachol lachzor kishakacha. When he acquires it, he's not able to go back. Lish lekacha, I don't know.
So which really means if he does succeed in acquiring it.
Yeah. Okay. If he acquires it,
he will not be able to back out of his agreement to this Jew number 3. From what time? From the time is it?
Rabbi, I lost my connection. From the time of what?
Oh, okay. Ein yochol laksor. He won't be able to, if he succeeds in acquiring it, in purchasing it. Ein yochol laksor. He won't be able to back out of it from what time, says Rashi, kasha lakha, from the time that he buys it. From the time that he makes the acquisition of the property.
Okay, so Rashi kind of ignores the word akshav.
Correct. Yeah, I was going to say that also. He has the girsa, but he doesn't seem to do very much with it.
Right.
which is strange. It almost makes me wonder whether Rashi really did have the girsa of Me'akshav, or whether it's just something that the printer put in there.
Right. Right.
Okay, in any event, the main point over here is the Rab says that this statement is a binding statement on the one that made it. Even though at the time he's making the commitment to Jew number 3, Jew number 2 doesn't own the property. So he's basically talking about giving the right of ownership to Jew number 3 at a time that he, Jew number 2, doesn't have any interest in this property whatsoever. Nevertheless, he says that it's a valid acquisition. This that Rashi says that Jew number 2 can't back out of it. Why is it that he can't back out of it? Because Jew number 3 has made an acquisition of this property that's owned by another Jew who doesn't even know anything about what it is that Jew number 2 is saying to Jew number 3. Okay.
Right.
Now let's go to the next step. Amar Rava.
Amar Rava. Rava said, Mis Tabra Milsa de Rav. Okay, Rav's ruling is logical. Mis Tabra means logical. Bisadeh Stam, with a regular field, with an unspecified field. In other words, he says, I'm going to buy a field. He doesn't specify which field. Aval Sadet Zu Lo. But with this field, this specified field, no, it's not logical. Mi Yemar Dime Zabain La Ni Hale. Who can say that he will sell it to him? Dime Zabain La Ni Hale, that he will sell it to him. In other words, it's something that's in the future, which we have said can be a problem, depending on the confidence. So what it's saying is that if he's talking about a specified field, this particular field, then there's a lot of confidence because we know what we're talking about. But if you just say a field, how do you know he's going to find a field? It's less confident. He's much less confident.
Well, one second. Which is the case that Rava is saying is mistaber? Read it again.
It's saber. Oh, you're right. I got it reversed. It's the unspecified field that's saber.
Right.
English even says he's confident that he'll purchase a field. Oh, I see. Because if he says a field, then the third party thinks Well, there's lots of fields out there. He's going to be able to find one among the many. But if he says this field, then the third party says, well, maybe this field's not going to be available. Maybe the owner of this field will say, no, I'm not selling it.
Right. Right. So the biggest problem that the Gemora is pointing out with this deal is really that they're talking about, if they're talking about Sadazu, they're talking about contracting for the sale of a particular field. Let's call it Blackacre. But who says that the owner of Blackacre is interested in selling Blackacre? Maybe he doesn't want to sell Blackacre. So all your contracting with all the contracting between Jew number 2 and Jew number 3 is for naught, because they didn't really consult the they didn't really consult the one who the whole deal is dependent upon.
Right. Right.
Let's see what Rashi. Let's see over here what Rashi says. Dibra Maskil Basada Stam.
Basada Stam, with an unspecified field. Sadeh she'ena lokeach velo amar zu simcha de asa de mekabel masna lismoch alav sheikach sadeh. Wow, this is a long Rashi. Let's try and translate a little bit. Sadeh, a field, she'ena, that is not
Sha'ani.
Sha'ani lokeach, that I will buy, velo amar zu, and he did not say this, de simcha, de smucha, that it's close to.
Samcha daite.
Samcha daite, that it went up in his mind, de mekabel, that he would receive matana, a gift, lismuch, alav. Lismuch is close to him.
No, to be somek, to rely upon.
To rely upon it. Rely. Shiikach sadeh, that he will acquire the field. V'yisnana lo, and there'll be a benefit to him. Harbe sados, that there are many fields. Milavos likach, that he can acquire. There are many fields that he can acquire.
Yeah, Metzios, they're here. They're available. Read the for sale page. You'll see it's full of ads.
Right. Aval Amar Lo, but he says to him, Sadezu, this field, Lo Simcha De Asa De Mikabel Matana. What is this word? Simcha?
Okay, now this is the same word as Samchadaita means that his das, his mind, is not relying.
Oh, right.
His mind doesn't rely. Whose mind doesn't rely? Rashi says the mind of the Makabel Matana, of the one who's going to receive the gift.
The third guy, the third person.
Yeah.
Three. Okay. Velo Haimenu Dinema Nicha. I don't know. Haimenu.
Hello, Heminu. And he doesn't place his faith in Jew number 2.
Deleko
Denema Nichale Deliku Behemnuse.
Dinema Nicha lay. That
Nichale Deliku Behemnuse.
What's Dinema?
That he says that he should say Nichale Deliku Behemnuse. Oh. Rashi's going back to what we spoke about before. We said before that even though the whole transaction is the seller, or in this case the giver of the gift, he doesn't own what it is that he's giving the gift. Even if you say it's a non-specified field, but he doesn't own that field yet. So. But here, even if it is a specific field that he doesn't own, so lo samcha daite de makabel matana v'lo heminu. He doesn't rely. The recipient does not rely on the donor of the gift. V'lo heminu. And he doesn't, and therefore he doesn't place his trust in him. The name that we would be able to say as a result of that trust that he placed upon him, nichale deleko behemnuse, that would cause the donor to make effort to procure that piece of property, because it's nichale, it's good and advantageous for him, that he should maintain his integrity and his word with Jew number 3.
So Jew number 2 is motivated to maintain a good reputation with Jew number 3.
Right, but that's only if Jew number 3 actually believes in him and has confidence and trusts that he'll be able to deliver. But if Jew number 2 says, I'm going to give you a Blackacre when I acquired it. So Jew number 3 says, who says he's ever going to? Who says the guy's going to? The Gemora says, who says the owner of Blackacre is going to want to sell to Jew number 2? And as a result of that, Rashi explains that Jew number 3 doesn't have full confidence or trust in Jew number 2 that he's going to be able to deliver like his word says that he's going to do. And that in turn causes Jew number 2 to not put himself out so much, even to try to get it, because the only reason that he would try to do so is because he wants to keep his keep the confidence of that Jew number 3 is investing in him. And over here, we're saying Jew number 3 is not investing too much confidence in him altogether.
So it says, Velo mishtaber kivaisa de Rav Baha.
Right.
He doesn't mistaber. What's mistaber?
It's not logical and reasonable
that he intends the intent of Rav.
No, not intent. Kavase lo mistaber. It's not mistaber like Rav says that the Kinyan is going to be a Kinyan, because that's what Rav said. Kona. It's not mistaber to say like Rav. Baha in this case.
Oh, in this. It's not logical. So he started out, he says Rav's ruling is logical if it's unspecified. But if it's specified, it's not logical.
Right.
Because Jew number 2's motivation is that Jew number 3 should have confidence in him. And if he already knows that Jew number 3 doesn't have confidence in him, he's not going to be motivated.
Yeah, and that's all based upon the fact that that Jew number 2 specified that what he plans to give to Jew number 3 is Blackacre. And the Gemora says, Blackacre? Who says the owner of Blackacre is interested in selling altogether?
Right. Right.
So if the owner of Blackacre is not interested in selling altogether, so the confidence that Jew number 3 has in Jew number 2 to live up to his word is very minimal. And so therefore Rashi says that the Jew number 2 will not doesn't have such a incentive to make sure that he lives up to the confidence that Jew number 3 is investing in him. Because he doesn't really have too much confidence that he's going to be able to do that. And so therefore, because of that, in that case, the deal, there won't be any, his words have no force and effect, according to Rava. The words of Jew number 2, that he made this commitment and everything, it doesn't get off the ground.
Right. Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. All the best, everybody. Suas Toivos.
See you tomorrow.
Have a great day, wonderful day. And a safe trip, an enjoyable trip to Phil.